Good morning, my flock of sheep. Pastor Jay here from Konw The Trut. I'm saddened and I am hurt. I sent 10 of you out on a soul-saving mission last Saturday, and nobody came back with any saved souls. I cried for a long time and I almost stepped down as pastor. I felt like I failed you somewhere. But then the Lord spoke in my head, and He gave me a few things to tell you for the next time you go out on these mission trips. These are surefire ways to show that God in fact does exist. So when you're talking to an atheist and they're throwing all this satanic logic at you, give them some of these proofs that God does in fact exist. And for the record, I do not know how long this list is going to be. I'm going to say them as God speaks them to me. Number one, if there were no God, there would be no Bible, because the writers of the Bible were inspired by God. So if there's a Bible, there must be a God. Number two, somebody definitely loves me because I feel loved, but everybody who knows me thinks I'm a weirdo, so there must be a God. Number three, if you can imagine a God, there must be one, because our imagination really sucks. Number four, I'm telling you that you have to believe. Number five, everybody in history believed in a God except for Hitler. That should tell you something. Number six, since there is no logic unless there's a God, you can't prove to me logically that there is no God. Therefore, there is a God. Number seven, the universe must have had a beginning. So it's exactly like a story. Since a story has a writer, somebody must have written the universe. Number eight, you cannot desire something that does not exist. My desire is a Warwick bass guitar that has 5 strings on it and it's a neck through. And that exists, therefore God exists. Number 9, if there's no God, how do you explain the voice in my head? You ever think about that, you crazy atheist? Number 10, everything has a cause. Nothing happens by accident. So somebody must have had a reason for creating the world. There are 2 possibilities to who that somebody was. Either God or an atheist. By their own admission, all atheists say that they were not around when the world was created. So it must have been God. Number 11, you cannot have any ideas if you have no brain in your head. However, some ideas have been around for a very long time, maybe even 6,000 years. Clearly no person's brain is that old. So who can be thinking of all those ideas? Only God has a head that can last that long. Therefore God. Number 12, how do you explain that there's exactly 60 seconds in a minute, exactly 60 minutes in an hour, exactly 60 hours in 2.5 days, and exactly 60 days in 2 months? Except for the weird ones like January, February, March, May, July, August, October, and December. That didn't happen just by accident. Number 13, where would human morals come from if there was no God eager to torch us eternally forever in the fires of hell for not believing in Him? Number 14, without a God, what a poor, pathetic place Texas would be without Him. Number 15, according to your stupid theories, I would still be a monkey if there was no God. Obviously, I'm not a monkey. That's all I have for now. The guys with the weed whackers are outside and they're making a bunch of noise, and I've tried praying them away, but they're not leaving. But I think you get the point. Be fruitful, my sheep. Go out and bring me those souls and that money. Remember, without that money, you don't have a church anymore. You don't have a pastor. Thanks for watching.